Hello, welcome to this another introductory look at rockhounding. I've done this before actually, but it's going to be for the 1.12.2 version this time. This fish oil, which is of course very good for you. But if you use fish oil, and you can make treated timber, and from there you can make a water wheel. This is in the rocks section. And then if you put the water wheel down, you have 3 flowing water blocks around. You'll activate it. Then you can have this thing, the stone rammer. So you need some wooden gears, which again made with treated timber. Sledgehammer, again made with treated timber and wooden gears, and iron. And so you have, there's various, as you might expect, in a mod called Rockhounding, there are various sort of rocks in the world. So if we take one of these, so this is, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but you can see it's doing its so you've got the rock platform and this, and you'll see, well, it doesn't actually show you, but it's actually created this thing. If you only had one in there, it would be fine. But we'll do it this time. So then we've got the carving bench as well. So the carving bench, you have to put the dummy hammer in there, which again is treated timber. And you also have to put one of these schemes in here. So if you look at the scheme, basically what you can do, you can actually right click and you can change which one you want. So this will change the type of, it tells you there, right click to scroll pants onwards, shift right click to scroll backwards. So that's pretty cool. So you can see at the moment, for instance, I've got the short brick scheme. So if I put this block in into the rock platform here, you can see it's doing its stuff, and you can see, and then it did actually update the way you might expect there. And there's also the sculpting bench as well. So if we get another one of these, similar sort of idea here, it will do the same thing. And here we've got a Doric column, and there's various different things you can make with this. Plain blocks, so bricks, and so this cutting station essentially combines the functionality of everything that I've shown there. There is something else though that I would like to show, and that is this thing. So this is part of the chemistry section. So this is the mineral sizer. So what I've done here is I've got some granite going, and there's various different things. The first thing to really to point out though is that you do need one of these things. This is the first thing you get in rockhounding chemistry, the profiling bench. Okay, so what you do with this is, if you see on the front here, if we left click with an empty hand, we can change to a whole variety of things, right? So say we have this, for instance. We take an iron ingot, and we see it automatically presses it with no power, and we get 4 iron rods back. And if you look at the machines that I've basically made here, they're all made using this process of just scrolling through, getting the various things. You can sort of see the similarities between what I was doing before. So, for instance, if we look at like the server, for instance, well, this uses logic chips, so you do need redstone, quartz, but you see the iron foil. It requires this this pattern in the profiling bench. So various things there. Scaffolding requires some rods and arms, which again, casing. Again, it's all stuff in the profiling bench, like I explained. And then what you have to do is, all the stuff actually happens in this thing, right? This is mineral sizer. So you get these different. I'm not sure how to pronounce this word. I'm going to say, is it gangway, like Segway? That's what I was thinking it might be. So at the moment we've got this thing with granite, and we're using these 8 crushing gears. Again, the crushing gears made in the profiling bench. And yeah, we just got it going. So we've got the power station here. So I just put some coal in there. And we've got these crushing tanks. And you have to put some crushing gears in there. You can see they're using up durability. But essentially it starts from here. And what I did actually is I put this thing, which is the server file. So what it allows you to do is... I shouldn't have actually put that in there. It doesn't actually belong in there. But what it will do is it will let you schedule various things to do in the size of the controller, which is where everything sort of happens. And yeah, so if you look at what I've done with the server file, you can see you have to do comminution level 4. And the reason for that is if you notice the mineral sizer recipe for the granite, it doesn't actually say, but it's specifically. I'll show you. I'll try and explain this a little bit better. You see this thing where it says exposed gangways and it says fluorite shard. If I decrease the level here, you can see it goes away. Now it's on the. You see, actually, it's automatically changing it back. That's because I suppose I've set the server file to do that. Interestingly, if I take the server file out, I should be able to change it though. Yeah, you see, and now. You notice that it's only when it's on level 4 this will actually work. And you can see it automatically started working again. But you have to set the server file you basically put it in this slot over here, and you can see, and it will tell you. So for instance, if at the moment it's got 8 schedule 3 to do. So I can increase the amount scheduled. We can do repeatable recipes, stuff like that. And you see that resets it. But yeah, anyway, that's just a little intro to some of the rock hounding stuff. So thanks for watching.